This is DJ Señeres. He's here with us today from the city of Archdale. He's the city engineer and the stormwater program manager, and he has been nominated as one of our top 10 nominees from the state of North Carolina for the national award level. We're glad to have you here today.
I'm glad to be here.
DJ, I want to talk to you a little bit about your involvement with APWA. How long have you been an APWA member?
Uh, well, basically, I have been involved for over 30 years. My official date of membership was August of 2002. However, I was originally um, involved, and this is a funny story, it's a true story. A gentleman by the name of Randy Lane in Fayetteville, North Carolina, who had been a member of the APWA-NC, uh, approached me one day and he goes, DJ, look, I have already registered for the Streets Conference. I have a hotel, all my reservations. Unfortunately, I had a conflict. Can you attend? And I, I looked at him and I had no idea what the APWA was. And I said, absolutely, I'll be glad to. And that's how I got involved with APWA NC. And I have been fortunate enough to have my colleagues in network uh, keep me energized so that I grow with every passing day.
What various roles have you served with the chapter?
Uh, Primarily, I have been there for several presidents over the years for any job they needed me to do, whether it was as simple as reviewing some documents for them or giving some comments while we were talking about things at the conferences. However, in terms of actual job, I've been the APWA newsletter chair. I have been the audit committee chair. I have served on the different committees, whether they be the Green Book or the review of our audit every time we go through that for every year. Uh, and I the one thing that I am very glad on is the APWA-NC made a decision some 15 years ago, uh, 20 years ago, I guess, depending on the way you want, that we were going to have PWX in the state of North Carolina. And it was at that time that me and Keith Pugh and several other people were in service to our board, made the decision that that was going to happen. And the way it's set up, we first of all had to have a snow conference, and we had the snow conference in 2013, I believe it was. And one of the roles that I took on and I made an obligation to for 15 years basically was that I would coordinate the volunteers for those events. And so I was allowed to make sure that the people that came to Charlotte, North Carolina had a good time and the volunteers were available to keep everything running smooth. And so I did that for the snow conference. And then I came back again and did it for the PWX in Charlotte. And those are my greatest legacies to serve our membership, not only for North Carolina, but the fact that we were serving our national membership so that they all had a great time when they came here. And it was done with a group of dedicated members. It was not a one person coordination.
You did a fabulous job with that, and we thank you for all those efforts. What's some advice that you would give somebody who might be newer to the chapter that might be looking to get involved?
Basically, the same thing that I did. No task with APWNC is too small. When I review my involvement with APWA, I look at the network of individuals that I have now basically have over the last 35 years or so. It is a combination of older members and younger members. Right? And to me, the older members, they are my tether. They keep me in my comfort zone, but not in the center of my comfort zone. They keep me right at the edge of my comfort zone. And the younger professionals, they are the ones that now energize me so that I can jump beyond the boundaries of my comfort zone, get a little bit uncomfortable, grow a little bit, and then retreat back into my comfort zone so that I can breathe again. And by doing that, anybody that's getting in, they need to know that we have a network that will help you grow if you want to.
That's very well said. What would you say is your favorite memory with APWA?
A photograph that was taken with me and Keith Pugh standing in front of the volunteer office at PWX. And the reason that particular photograph means so much to me, it happened to be the year that Keith was the national president of APWA. And it was the year that me and Keith basically completed our 15-year obligation to have PWX in the state of North Carolina.
That's a very cool memory. What would you say APWA has meant to you?
It's funny because all of us say the same thing that have been around a while. It's the extended family that we have. We know that we can always be there if any member comes into our city, if they get stranded in our city, or they know that they can call us up and we'll do whatever we can to help them out. And that is a characteristic of every single one of our members in the state of North Carolina. It is a culture that we are all very proud of.
Thank you again for your time and your reflection of APWA&C. And again, congratulations to you on your nomination of a top 10 award winner. Best of luck.
Thank you.